All right, so we're kind of working in cramped quarters tonight, mostly because the bugs are so stinking bad outside. So updates on the 455. I did get all the internals pressure washed. I picked up a couple new, actually I found 2 used ones that I had, and I think these were, anyway, I moved them all around. But now I have 2 good, or 4 good hydraulic outlets, so I'm not spraying hydraulic fluid everywhere. Still needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but I went ahead and took the fender pan off and all of the sheet metal, and we'll do that again here in just a minute. Let me get the hood open here, but yeah, you can see that, I mean, the engine looks a lot cleaner. I still have to replace this. I thought I had some of these tabs around the shop, but I can't find them. I know that's a shocker to some of you that watch my videos regularly, and I can't find something. But you know, overall this engine looks really nice. If you look at it, I mean, it actually did not take much to clean at all, and so fuel filter actually still looks clean, so I don't even need to replace it, even though I bought one. Yeah, I mean, overall this machine is just really nice. In fact, I'm considering keeping this one and selling my this one's got 900 and some odd hours on it, 902 hours on it now, and the other 455 has about 400 hours on it. So I don't know which one I'm keeping yet. I don't like the fact that the other 455's got a new seat on it, a new dash cluster, and this one, obviously I could clean the dash cluster, but I might as well get a new one. So that's something that I'll have to think about how I want to do that. But I think tonight what we're going to do, since it's a weeknight, don't have a ton of time, is I'm going to change the fluids, at least at very minimum, change the oil on this machine. Put these over here. That way they're there for safekeeping. I just ran out of time the other day. I spent about, I don't know, spent about 2.5, 3 hours washing this thing, getting it cleaned up, getting all the dust off of it, you know, identifying any issues, things like that. So overall, pretty happy with it. I mean, you see how clean the engine is. Other than that, I don't have much to say about it. But let me get up, let me get set up here to change the oil, and we will go from there. I did figure I would come outside and show you the 54 deck. The blades, I didn't get any video because it was getting dark and I was in a huge hurry to get done, or this weekend, so Sunday night. So I mean, overall the deck's in pretty decent shape. It's actually in a lot better shape than most that I've seen, but it's still a 54-inch deck. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this deck just for kind of trial runs, things like that. And I'm actually going to sell a 60-inch deck that I have with the 455 whenever I sell whichever 455 I sell. Not that 60-inch deck that I rebuilt earlier this summer. I'm going to hold on to that mostly because I really like that deck. I put a lot of work and effort and money into that deck, and I don't think I'd get it out if I just sold it flat out. But just to discuss the 455s real quick. So this is the 400-hour 455 that sat outside for a long time. I'm actually working on replacing the battery cable. That's why it's got its grill off right now, if you can see that. It runs and everything. I replaced the battery cable, and then I broke it right after I replaced it. So but this machine runs really nice. In fact, I've put over 50 hours on it now this summer since I got finished with it. So I really don't want to sell it, but at the same time, I don't know, I'll think about it some more. But one of these 455 has to go at some point. Also, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to pair it with for anybody interested, I'm going to try to pair it with this snow blower, this 46 blower. The 46 blower doesn't have a hydraulic cylinder for the chute. I've got the cylinder. I've got to get all the lines and everything for it, and that has come a little bit of a challenge. So I'm working on all that. And I have the quick hitch actually in the drive shaft for it. So that would, if I pair them together, that would go along with it. You know, so obviously that would be an added cost if anybody wants to buy it. So let me get back in the shop here, and we'll work on this other 455. All right, got the oil draining. Like usual, 10 millimeter wrench on the oil drain, as you can see right there. And then what I've done is I've pulled the dipstick and pulled the dipstick up and opened the oil fill. Oil fill, you can either do it right here, or you can do it on top of the engine. Either one really doesn't matter. I don't need a new air filter. That's good. Don't need a new fill filter. I'll get the oil filter here in just a second, and while that's draining, I'm going to go ahead and check the transaxle fluid, although I am on a slight incline, so that may be a little bit negative. I did not wash I washed the underside of all these panels, did not wash the top. I ran out of daylight. I'll have to get, so it's still got plenty of trans fluid, hydraulic fluid, whatever you want to call it. So that's good. This was a light that was available from Deere, which is kind of cool. Not very common to see those. This headlight or tail light's pretty good. This one has a crack in it. I might have a replacement for that. So I'm gonna let this drain. I'll get it set up to put new oil in it, change the filter, etc. All right, time to change the filter. See actually what's written on this filter. I don't know why people have to stick filters on this tight. Just doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's see what the date on this filter is. I don't think we're going to be able to make it out. Can you figure out what that is? I can't. I'll set it over on the bench and we'll see if we can figure it out here in a little bit, because I can't see anything upside down or sideways. I probably, yeah, I'll see if I can figure it out. We'll just set it right over here. That table's already a disaster anyway. Sorry for the quick movements there. Let me get a paper towel. Well, this is not going well at all. Alright, let's see here. Put some new oil or some oil on our O-ring right here. Just like so. I'm doing this off camera. So there's my oil on our O-ring. And then I think what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down. I'm going to wipe this off. I think I'm going to get some brake clean and just clean that off a little bit. So let me go do that. Alright, got that all cleaned up. Now we can put our new filter on here. I feel like I've changed this changed oil in machines so much so recently that y'all don't want to see more videos like this, but It's what I have time to do right now. Do one quick snug up. There we go. That's fine. Fine with me. All right. 902 hours, September 2019. We replaced the oil. So now we need to fill her up. Actually, we need to shut the valve off first. Shut the drain valve off first. So let me go do that, and then I'll go get the bucket of oil. All right, to the miracle of video. 52 pumps later on the oil bucket there. We should have close to 3 quarts in there. Or it should be right at full, which it is. It's almost perfect. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start it up. And try not to make a mess on the engine here. I'm going to start it up and let the oil flow through the filter, and then we'll check it again. So let me get all this cleaned up. Like so. And then I need to put the... Oh. Now I need to clean that up. Let me go clean this up since I dropped it in the dirt. Always sucks when you drop things in the dirt. Alright, now that's clean. I didn't want to put dirt in the engine. Tighten that up. And let's see if she fires up here. I'm actually just going to set the parking brake so I can fire it up from the ground. Oh, the parking brake's already set. Not going to run it very long, mostly because I'm inside and the garage door is currently closed. Mostly just want to make sure that it runs. Alright, oil pressure light came on, went off. So now we can see how much oil we have. I'm just going to set you down right here. Hopefully the camera doesn't fall over. Look at that, almost perfect. Don't know if you can see it. There's the top hash. There's the fill line right there. I like it. So that's where it's going to sit. So the next thing, let me put this in here. So I think the next thing for this machine is I'm going to go ahead and put the 60-inch deck on it, and hopefully in a couple days mow with it. I also need to fix the grill here. I've actually got the 2 reflectors. Just need to glue those back on. What I found in the past is JB Weld works really well to glue those back on. In fact, that's what I did with the other 455. When I got the new, I actually got new reflectors, or 1 new reflector, and I just flat out, when I put it on, I put JB Weld on it. So I put it on and it promptly broke, and so I was like, well, I'll just put JB Weld on it and it would be fine. So, yep, oil's changed in this one. Next, I'll have to get under there and look. The transaxle fluid seems fine. I want to mow it a little bit, see how it handles and whatnot. Seems like it was taken care of pretty well by the previous owner. So I don't think there's too much to worry about that in terms of transaxle and stuff like that. I know the filter is a newer style filter. It's not the 2-legged downward leaping Deere that a lot of these have had. So I know it's been changed. This is a 2001 unit, serial number 92 something. I blew the serial tag off when I was pressure washing it. My fault, but it's 92 4 something. And then if you can see in here, there's the engine tag. It conforms to 2001 emission specs, so that also tells you that it's 2001. This engine sounds really nice in my opinion. It actually sounds better than just, when I say sounds nice, I'm not talking in terms of health anything. I'm just saying in terms of general sound. I like the sound of this engine more than the other 455 I have. Although my favorite sounding engine is a 430, but these 310A 72UJ engines, they were in the 430 as well when they were 20 horsepower, so not too much of a difference there. But this one sounds more like a 430 than the other one. I don't know why, just something that's there. So I'm going to clean up my mess, call this good. For those of you that were interested in the tiller for this machine, it is sold. In fact, it's sold pending pickup. So tiller's gone, and then I still have those loader mounts. I decided that the loader mounts are just going to go down the road too. So if you're interested in loader mounts, drop me an email, username@gmail.com. So thanks for watching.